Hi everyone, it's Sue here, and this is topic number 3 in my little series that I've called What My Travels Had to Teach Me. Have you guys seen the other two? The first one was on heat and my inability to deal with it. The second one was on why we don't do the things that we know we need to do to take care of ourselves. This one is entitled A Well-Balanced Imbalance. And I find that quite interesting and curious and funny. So some of you might know that I had a back injury back in June. And it wasn't anything like I don't need surgery, my spine is fine. It was all muscular related. But it has been a journey, let me just tell you. And when I went away to travel, I was really cognizant, careful, aware of what I was doing and how my back was feeling, so I was taking care of myself. And about 3/4 of the way through, I started to notice this discomfort coming back in my body, my back, that was similar to what happened in the beginning. And I was like, ruh-roh, I better get home and take care of this with my body worker. So I found this new healer. She's been helping me go through this journey. And when I went to see her yesterday, she was like, oh yeah, you've got a well-balanced imbalance. That cracked me up. I'm like, what? And she was like, yeah, you are so good. Your body is so good at compensating and adapting to the imbalances that you have that now it thinks it's normal. But of course it's not normal. And over time it starts to become really uncomfortable. Does anybody ever deal with that? Now for me, it's physical and it's in my back. That's where, my discomfort lives. But some of you, it might be your knees or it might be your headaches. It could be anything because our body holds this stuff for us. It's like, let me help you. Let me help you. And we're really good at this. This is what our bodies do to help us live in the world. So thank you so much for helping me live in the world until it becomes too much. And that's where we can start to get into trouble because we ask too much of ourselves, and we're not bringing awareness to what we need to do to bring us back into balance. Because it's the imbalance, right? It's a well-balanced imbalance. And so we compensate for a lot of things. Now, obviously, we can compensate physically. But what about compensating for what our belief systems are? Or our traumas? Or our personal stories? Where do you think all that lives? It doesn't live out here in the ether. It lives right in here. And our body, specifically our soft tissue and our connective tissue, hold this until they can't anymore. And in my case, I was lucky enough to find this healer who's actually bringing my awareness up so that I can actually begin to sort of rebuild a healthier pattern in my body. Because I've been doing it for so long that my body thinks it's normal. So she'll do a little work on me and then it'll hold for a while and then it'll go zip right back, which is kind of where we are in the process. And I know that, so I'm not too worried about it. My job is to not go back to my crazy, not go back to what I was always doing. So a simple example is while I was traveling, instead of me trying to haul around one big suitcase, because in my mind I was thinking, well, one suitcase is better than 2 or 3. And then I tried to pick it up and I was like, yeah, no, I can't do that. So then I had 2 or 3 little ones that I managed. It wasn't the best in the world, but it was better than nothing. And I found out I'm not the best packer in the world. I brought way too much stuff. So there's another lesson for me. Anyway, when you are working through these compensation patterns, whether there's things you believe or the things your physical body's doing, there's kind of a wonkiness to it. a time when it does, like you're not really sure how to move forward. And what I came home with was this understanding that I cannot continue to push myself the way I always push myself. Teaching 7 classes a week online for a year and a half or more and not taking a break. That was a lot. And I loved it and I was so glad to do it, but it was a lot. So I know now I got to back up. And that's just one example. You know, doing my own personal work with meditation and spiritual work and, you know, processing anything that I'm not processing so that this can move through me. Really important, really important. Because if your body is starting to break down, you could look at it like your foundation. This is your foundation, your house that you live in. And it's starting to break down. That is not a good place to be. It's like, think about your house and your foundation starts to get cracks in it. What's going to happen? So you have to take care of the foundation in order for you to be able to live in your house safely. And so it's kind of the same way. And everybody's foundation breaks down a little differently. Mine's in my back. And I know I need to take care of it. And so I am. And so it is. So teaching number 3, how to see and work through a well-balanced imbalance. All right. I hope you enjoyed that little topic. Maybe it resonates with you on some level. If so, reach out. Maybe we'll have a conversation. All right. Until next time, be well, everyone.